Okay, students, this is McIntyre here. I'm going to show you how to get started with the stop motion animation project using Adobe Premiere Pro. So first off, I made a checklist and I have all of these things done and I'm ready to get started with Adobe Premiere Pro. If I click in my Finder window, I have inside my external drive, I made a stop motion animation project folder. I open it up. I have a new title right here. They're all renamed. I have a scene, my main scene for my stop motion animation. And I also have a folder for my music. Okay? And I'm going to get started. So, using Finder again, I'm going to go to Applications. And I'm going to find Adobe Premiere Pro right here. It looks like PR. If your Finder doesn't look like mine, it might be because it looks like this. Okay? So I double click it and I launch it. So when you launch Adobe Premiere Pro, it might look different because it's the first time you've launched it. So just watch mine and see if it makes sense. So I'm going to start by making a new project. You can also go to the top here, make a new project. So I click New Project. I'm going to call this Stop Mix-Up. And that's because I'm taking different files that I have randomly collected from students' projects in the class. So my project might not make a lot of sense together. I'm just showing you the techniques. Location is very important. So let's go to choose a location. And you cannot get started with this part if you don't have a project folder inside your external drive. So I go to my external drive and I'm going to locate my project folder that I made. No, that's not the one. I gave it a gray dot. There it is. Stop motion block 3. I select and yes, select again. So I can tell that's correct because it's got the files I already have organized. And then I click create. Okay, so there's many ways to import files. So the first thing it wants you to do is to import. So I could skip this and then I have this main file here. So I'm going to go and create a new file, new sequence. These are all the different types of video editing that you can do. For this assignment, high definition, 1080p, about 24 frames per second is good. You can leave the default sequence name or you can rename it. So I click OK. Next, I'm going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to start with the title. Okay, so it remembers the folder that I'm working on, that it's coming from my external drive. So title. I'm going to import this as a sequence because all my photographs are already organized and they increase by number. It can become a sequence. So I select the first one, show options, click image sequence. Then I click import. And up here, I see my project, and I can even scrub through it and made a sequence with the beginning title. Okay, so I'm just going to grab it and drag it to the bottom. It's telling me that my clips do not match, and this is true. The photograph that you took on your camera is not going to match the high definition 1080p that you just created. So I'm going to keep existing settings. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, So another thing that just happened is down here is how I can make my timeline. I can expand and zoom in out of my timeline right here. So the sequence might look really tiny. So I gotta find it and move it to the front. So I made a little mistake, and I could have had my my cursor right here, my playhead at the beginning. So here's my sequence. If I hit play, it goes really fast, and it's also large, right? It doesn't fit my screen. So if I go up here, I can see that there's more that should fit in here. So let's fix that first. So I double click on it. I go up here to effects, and I want to find the size. I want to change the size of this. No, none of these are it. So let me change this to essentials. I'm gonna, oh, I got the beach ball. Okay, so let me save real quick so I don't lose my work. So it looks like I got a properties on this side, so I can scale it down. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And then if I hit play, it all fits in there, but it's super short, right? It's about 12 frames. So I right click or control click, and I'm gonna change the duration of this frame. So let's try that. Okay, so now it looks like it's a lot larger. It's covering more of my timeline. I'm going to the bottom to adjust, and let's see how that looks. So now it's really, really slow. So there's a lot of fine tuning you end up doing. So let me right click on this. And let's play with this a little. So maybe I'll go with 7. Okay. Okay. I could probably still adjust it even more. Okay, that looks good. All right, and for the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to keep it as is. So quickly, file, save. All right, so I'm going to move my playhead right at the end, and I'm going to import the next set of files. File, import. Now I'm going to go to scene 1. I can do the same method. Click on the first one, show options, image sequence, and import. And there it is. I grab it, and I'm gonna put this on a different track, and then let's see how it looks. And cool. So it looks like this was also a title. So speed duration. Let's increase it a little more. Click OK. All right. So this is what I have so far. Sea monster. All right. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to save, Command S. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I want to add some audio. So file, import. I got my music here. There's the audio track. I'm going to drag it down here, and I'm going to trim it. Oh, I'm already accidentally adjusting the volume. I made it really loud. So slide it over. And I'm actually going to play with the end. So maybe I'll do it like this. Okay, so for audio, you can also increase this to make it bigger. So this looks like a pretty decent audio wave. It's not like hitting the top, so it's not, I can also see it over here in my levels. There's not a lot of red, so that's good. If I want to increase the audio volume, it's this little line right here, right there that I'm moving. Okay, but I was fine with that volume. And I think I'm almost done. I'm now going to go and find the workspace that has titles, graphics, captions, and graphics. And I'm just going to find some graphics in here that I can use. So that I can add some titles in here. I can also add some text for the graphics. Text. Create. So I don't want to add captions. I'm looking for graphics. Okay, I'm going to pause this. And on another video, I'll show you how to add the graphics, okay? So, let me go back to my source window. And your setup might look different than mine, okay? So once again, this is sort of your source preview. Over here's your timeline where you edit. On this window's where you have all your materials, media, and over here's where you can preview what you have on the timeline on the right hand side. So I'm gonna hit sequence render into out, and depending on how much I have, it might take longer. I'm gonna pause, and now I'm gonna go to File, Export Media. If I was done with the end title just has to have the source of my audio. So the location is important. So let me double click in here. I'm going to go back to Teacher Drive. I'm going to go find my external drive, my folder that I made for my project. Here it is. I got the gray dot. I can make a new folder, call it Movies. Create, and this one can be my final stop motion. Hit save, and I'm going to leave it at this. Match source, the compression format H.264, export. It's encoding the sequence. And I'm just waiting. Okay, it's done. That was fast. And now if I go back in my drive and I find that folder, here it is. Double click it. Movies. And look at this. There's my final movie. Okay, so the only thing I did not include is how to add the end graphic so that you can give credit to the source of the music.